Hello everybody, this is my NTK Summer 6 Fall 1 final. What you just saw was a video of me quote-unquote getting pushed off. I didn't really get pushed off, I just felt like I didn't have enough space and I went off myself. But yeah, this will be my first video that I'm going to be using voice recording, so I hope it goes well. But basically the story is Derek Price, which is the person who was on my inside, basically was getting just pushed a bunch and then just went right into my inside. He couldn't do anything. I felt like I didn't have the room. When looking back at the recording, I definitely did have the room, but yeah, I couldn't cut back on track because then it would be unsafe, so I just forced myself to go back into the pits, and now I'm in the very back. Skip forward a little bit. Now we are into the lines, and I think I'm gonna skip a little bit more because this part is super long because Audi Bamroo is leading and he likes to go like 14 miles per hour. So believe it or not, I just skipped 30 seconds of us taking 2 corners. Unbelievable. That's, I mean, I'm glad about these slow starts, but let's focus in and let's just watch this first lap. Starting off, I see that the inside line starts to get a gap, so I go ahead and send it down. By now, I'm up about 4 positions, and I see the same thing happen into turn 2, so I go ahead and send it down into turn 2 once more. At this point, I'm around either 6th or 7th position. I overtake Riley, I overtake Riley on the outside into turn 3. Audi goes off into the grass. I make some contact with Hotterstein, give him a little thumbs up to make sure he's good and I'm good. He kind of backs off a little because obviously I had the lead and I don't think he wanted to send it down on me. Coming in here into turn 8 and 9, I'm in about position 5. So on the first lap, I went all the way from P14 to P5. At this moment, I'm in total shock. I just went from all the way from P14 back of the pack all the way up to P5. I glanced at my GoPro a couple of times because obviously, if you couldn't tell, it's pointing up a little, and also to make sure if I'm recording, because I'm in total disbelief right now that I'm currently in P5. So I adjust my GoPro a little bit just to make sure it doesn't fall off, because the last time I tightened it, it fell off. So we're catching up to Derek and Alfred because they're obviously battling a little bit. Derek is a good battler, but he obviously gets in his head a little, so you'll see that in the future. But I touched the grass a little, thankfully no track limits. I'm letting the person behind me know that that's good, that they're pushing me. That was that little head nod you saw there. But we're catching up slowly, but thankfully the person behind me, I believe it's Hunter. So the person behind me is working with me, and we're working together to get to the front. Skip forward a little bit, we are super close now. They keep on battling. As you can see, Alfred is losing the front of the pack. Turn 3 is just Superman for me, as you can see there. At this moment, now I am behind Derek Price. This was the guy who punted me off, quote-unquote punt, I say. He didn't really punt me off, I punted myself off, so. But we joke about it, we're friends, so. As you can see here, my GoPro is pointing up. My GoPro likes to do that sometimes because it's very attracted to the sky. But we focus up. As you can see, Derek shakes his head a little. He likes doing that a lot. He has like a bobblehead on his head. But as you can see, my top speed is faster in the draft, which should be obvious. But as you can see, my turn 9 exit, which is the last corner right before the long straight, is terrible. So you can see here how he gets mad at me on these back straights because I'm not helping him when I physically cannot help him. Now my chicane is very powerful, as you can see through here. Or not, maybe. But I can't tap him. I can't give him a bump. I can't get a draft. I'm really useless right now. All I'm doing is keeping it clean, trying not to bump into him, and hopefully something happens. But for now, I'm just gonna chill. So at this point, I start to notice that I am quicker than Derek Price in some of these corners. Now, he's not really catching up to Alfred, or making a move, or doing something. I'm trying to push him, he's not doing anything. He's asking for help, but he's not doing anything. Now, Alfred's at the point where he can catch up with help. Derek's not helping him, I can't help Derek. Nothing is happening that's good. So, I'm gonna have to make a move on either Derek or Alfred soon. Now, obviously, this is all going through my head at the same time. I get a little boost. I'm going to help him one more time, is what I'm saying. Obviously, I could have sent it down the inside there. I give him a little break because, obviously, I don't want to slam into the back of him. Now, coming into turn 8 and 9, as you can see, my turn 8 entry is good, but my turn 9 exit just sucks. I angle my GoPro for the 50th time in this video, and I try and help, but my turn 9 just sucks. As you can see, I can easily catch up to him in these couple of quarters, but I just can't have the straight line speed. Now, this would have been the lap I would gratefully send it down its inside, but as you can see, I have like a 50 kart length between us. So I'm just going to settle in, try and catch up a little. As you can see, my turn 7 is way quicker than his. But coming into turn 8 and turn 9, as you can see, I just lose all my momentum, and it just doesn't work. So I get a run into turn 3, and I'm doing really good. I come out of the chicane well, and I can see that I'm catching up. So I'm going to be like, okay, maybe I should send it down the inside. Now I'm in his head. So I act like I'm sending it down the inside, but I really don't. Now, this wasn't just because I suck, which it was. I didn't have the confidence to send it down his inside yet. So I kind of backed off, but he was defensive, so now I know he's defensive. So I'm going to try again. Skip forward a little bit. As you can see, I'm kind of closing the gap a little, but not much. As you can see, Derek up there, he is still looking behind him, making sure I'm not sending it down his inside. As you can see here, this should be the lap that I can overtake him, so I'm going to try extra hard. Going into this lap, we just got out of the chicane. Coming down to turn 7, I get a good run up on him through the chicane in turn 3. Turn 7 is just beautiful, as always. I love my turn 7. So we come into 8 and 9, and of course, if you haven't watched the full video, I suck here. That's the 50th time I said it. I don't think I'm going to say it anymore, but obviously, it's hard to catch up. So, going into turn 3, I'm right on his bumper. He feels me, he shakes his head, he knows I'm there. Now, Derek's going to go defensive, go down into the inside. Turn 7, I noticed, so I go on the outside. Now, I'm going to have a better entry into the turn, because he can't block me, because that's illegal. He'd get a penalty for it, but Derek doesn't really care about penalties. He's just here for fun. So I get in his head a little, and then he goes off a little. Now this gives me the run. He's completely in the grass, and now I'm in front. Skip to the last lap. Now we're coming across the line onto a white flag. I do believe Hunter is behind me now, but as you can see, yellow flags into turn 1. I do believe that's Sawyer Julian who went off into turn 1. Now, obviously, on the second to last lap, that does suck, but he got over it very quickly. But here we go. We are catching up to Alfred, and I'm telling you, if there was 10 laps, I would be on Alfred's tail. I guess I had good pace this race, and I could have caught up, but obviously the gap was just too big throughout this race. But by the time I passed Derek, we were about 10 seconds apart. I think I dropped it down to 5 seconds. So honestly, not a bad race from P14 all the way to P4. P3 would have been nice because then I could have stayed on the podium all the way from P14. But honestly, I'd take it.